Just let it go. Oh my gosh. No, no. That bag is full of stolen goods. And this guy, the guy that's talking right now, saying it's like Chinese stars. No. It's like tug of war, silly man. In what universe does that look like Chinese checkers? I mean, the fuck. But look, you see how she's trying to get the bag of stolen items. Where's security? Here's security. And then look. Everybody's so sissified that they cry assault from the slightest touch that now security is even afraid to put their fucking hands on people? What the hell is this? How are they allowing this to go on? I don't understand it. Look at her right there. And what are they doing? And there's another guy at security too that comes. And he's over there, and yeah, he ain't doing shit. And she's just holding the bag still. It's nuts. And what is she all up in his face for? What is going on here? What is happening? Security's just letting it go down? They're letting this happen? Oh, look, now he's digging in her bag, pulling the stolen items out. Nice. How is security not pulling her off of him? This is pissing me off. Just watching this is pissing me. I gotta finish packing. Is this video gonna end? Is it ever gonna end? Does security do their damn job and pull her off them? Yeah, security doing nothing. That's what the guy just said too. Same thing. Yeah, security just standing there. Not doing shit. Why? It's making me angry. I mean, she is getting real fucking threatening. About respect? It's about respect. What do you mean? Why can't you respect this damn store? We all see your face. Oh, she's telling him to leave. He's like, why don't you leave before the cops get here? And she's saying it's got nothing to do with him. Telling him to go away with his camera. Why is she sitting there like it's a stare down? He just took everything out of her bag. She's got the clear shot to run away and then try to get out before the cops show up. But she just stands there, staring in his face like she wants a kiss. The fuck? The fuck? What are these kids doing? They're pedaling through the neighborhood screaming, "We outside," weaving in and out of traffic, just carelessly pedaling their bikes all over the fucking place. Address the chaotic scene after chasing the cyclists for some period, confronting the teen cyclists about their dangerous acts. About fucking time. Order and ensure the safety of all road users. However, this pivotal moment marked the beginning of the incident's climactic turn. What's gonna happen next?
Because you guys take bikes.
You guys are supposed to have licenses and everything.
Four cops for bikes.
Yo, guys, you don't make the rules. No, shut up. I'll take a water for you. You don't make the rules. You guys know when there's like 30 or 40 of you guys together, it creates a problem for the people driving there. We want you guys to have fun. We want you guys to ride your bikes. Nobody wants to take your bikes. It's a beautiful day out. All right? Listen, be careful.
Yeah, but we get kicked out from every spot we go to.
Well, look, when you go...
Like the beach, we went there and we got kicked out.
Yeah. All right, listen, when you roll like 40 deep, or 30 deep, and you guys are in the middle of the street, you're supposed to park to move over to you guys. You know we're going to come here and talk to you guys, right? I mean, listen. These bikes are not cheap bikes.
That's why they're recording it, officer. Of course they know you're going to come out there. That's the whole point. They are cop baiting. They're not just having fun. This is about making a viral fucking video. It ain't about having fun and being outside and just riding bikes. No. It's about trying to make a viral video by cop baiting.
No?
I'll bet go.
They just go in this route with the bikes looking for something different.
I appreciate you guys stopping, okay? I told you I promise you don't take your bikes, nothing. But I'm going to tell you something, you guys got to be fair warned. You're going to have to get licenses for your bikes. Listen, we don't make them laws. The laws are made by the...
No, and they have to have a driver's license for a federal bike. It's crazy.
For your safety, okay? Alright? Guys, I appreciate you guys stopping. Thank you very much, okay? This is the last time I'm
That's all that. That's how you gotta handle business out here.
Not like they're dirt
Yeah, clap it up
bikes.
for him. Yeah.
So, yeah, them going in
The
on
consequences
traffic.
of the teen cyclists' actions were about to unfold.
Oh, wait,
Law
what
enforcement,
happened?
bound by their duty to maintain order on the streets, made a striking move, seizing the bicycles involved in the mayhem. This unexpected turn of events left both the cyclists and the community in shock.
He just said no. What you mean? What you mean?
What happened?
He wasn't even here.
He got something different on for calling on. He just said no. No, you're not getting my bike.
I bet they rented those bikes for that cop baiting moment. And then they're going to use all those bike rentals as a fucking tax write-off.
I didn't even do anything. Hold on,
And the government will let it happen. If I tried to do something like that, though,
Let them talk. Let them talk. Sir, can you give us a break?
I spoke to you guys on how it was. She told me that she was already here.
But she didn't stop us though. She didn't even give us a talk.
Right? We rode past. That's how you know you can't.
I didn't even hear. You guys know the
That's how
little.
you know that I talked to you, because you rode past me.
The consequences of the incident were not confined to seizing the bicycles alone. As authorities took a closer look at the actions of these young cyclists, it became evident that their disregard for road rules was not a one-time occurrence. Multiple violations and reckless behaviors accumulated, culminating in the arrest of one teenager. The weight of accountability was laid bare, leaving the community to grapple with contrasting
plot
emotions as the action
thickens.
was taken against a single cyclist, suggesting racial hatred.
I heard you.
Get off the bike, dude.
Wait, let me search this one.
Get off the bike.
Let me search this one. Wait.
Get off. Just take your bike.
Yo,
We're not- get your name
and I told you guys were supposed to have licenses.
Off the bike.
Listen, 4 minutes. The sergeant warned you guys about your bikes. You guys were warned. I gave you a warning.
And he's the one being mouthy, and he's the one with the phone in his hand that could be calling for backup. So yeah, of course they're going to start with him.
Situation that happened before you guys stopped. Oh my God. Your man is out of control over there a little bit. You're gonna have to take. He's acting. Because we live way in Edison. What the fuck? We live way in Edison, cuz. We live way in Edison. What the fuck you fucking?
Then why are you in
Y'all
that
see this,
fucking
man?
neighborhood terrorizing those
God, different.
people in that community?
Yo, I'm about to make sure I get all this on footage. I'm here for footage.
Yeah, exactly. You're there for footage.
Back up.
I'm 6 feet.
You're not fixing
Fuck you, dumbass.
That's crazy, man. Hey, the gator is still on there.
You know that we told you guys to stay on the sidewalk.
I did not hear you. I was hiding in front when you were sounding back.
You guys know that you're going against traffic. It is for your safety.
It is.
You think I want to be here taking bikes away? Like, this is so asinine. Like, we have so much better stuff to do with our time. We really don't want to be.
Exactly.
But we just stopped another group doing the same thing. We can't do this all summer, okay? And
Yeah.
secondly, if I wanted to be an asshole, is your bike registered with us? I don't have to give it back to you. You have the receipt to prove that that bike is your bike? I don't have to give it back to you. But I'm not going to do that because that's not the point of this. The whole point of this is I don't want to call parents and say, dude, you're hit by your car.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Yeah.
We want you guys out there having fun, but the right way. If you're going to all be coming down the street, stay on the correct side of the road.
The Perth
Go to a
Amboy incident
park.
captured the
How about
attention of news
that?
outlets, sparking an in-depth internal police review. According to NBC New York, the review
You don't
aimed at
use
whether
fucking
police
cars
actions
as your
justified,
obstacle
emphasizing the importance
course.
of public safety in such matters, which are somehow supported by the video clip itself.
Yeah, you never know if
The
somebody's gonna open a car
investigation
door and you're
found
gonna go
factors considered
flipping
in the
over it.
process. Police in New Jersey were justified in their arrest of a black teen and their decision to confiscate his and others' bicycles in an April incident that went viral and drew angry comments online about policing. A review ordered by the state concluded the actions of the Perth Amboy Police Department were justified under the circumstances presented. The
Yup.
officers would have been in dereliction of their duties if they had acted otherwise. The review
Yup.
concluded. Further down below, the news
Pretty
article
much.
reads, the prosecutor concludes the members of the Perth Amboy Police Department acted within their lawful authority by stopping the youths on bicycles because they were engaging in dangerous conduct that created a risk of injury to motorists, pedestrians, and the youth themselves. The community caretaking role of the police extends to protecting the welfare of children in the community, the review said. In this case, members of the Perth Amboy law enforcement community were duty-bound to act immediately to prevent harm to the youths involved, as well as members of the community, the review found. Sacconi's review also concludes that there was no indication or suggestion that the Perth Amboy police used excessive force, nor was their response racially motivated. Moreover, the review states that the responding officers used great restraint by not issuing summonses. Taking the other perspective of the story, the incident's reverberations extended beyond traditional media, taking on a life of their own on social media platforms. Reason.com reported on the emergence of a social media backlash, highlighting concerns about the treatment of unlicensed black and Latino teens in comparison to others. It's yet another example of the effects of overcriminalization, which increases interactions between civilians and police with little benefit to actual public.
You guys. Somebody just went walking by. Somebody just went walking by. And it scares me. It scares me, mittens.
What?
Look how much this lady looks like. Look how much she looks like that vegan
In a shocking turn of
teacher.
events, the woman's verbal assault on the girls escalated to new heights. With condescension, she branded the girls as complete twits. Unfazed by her derogatory remark, the girls bravely stood their ground, telling Andrea to mind her own business and not interfere with their harmless berry picking. However, instead of walking away, Andrea seemed to be fueled by their response. Turning around with an air of self-righteousness, she launched into a scathing retort, accusing the girls of being rude and using offensive language.
You're the one coming up to 2 young girls, getting mad at them.
6-year-old.
6 years old.
Because we wanted to eat some berries. I'm saying, eat all the berries you want, just don't take the bush with you.
It's
not the bush,
it's
it's literally
affecting
it's a
you
tiny
personally.
branch of berries.
Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business?
You know, that is the fucking rudest thing you've said to me.
You decided
Go
to
back
come
where you
back.
came from if you want to use
Oh, why don't you go back to where you came from, colonizer?
In an astonishing display of ignorance, she waved her finger menacingly at the girls while uttering the words, "You know, that is the rudest thing you've said to me." As if her prior behavior wasn't appalling enough, she stooped even lower, resorting to discriminatory language, insinuating that the girls didn't belong and suggesting they should go back where they came from, simply for standing up for themselves. Seriously, is this for real? We're in the 21st century, people. It's beyond belief that such ignorance and bigotry still rear their ugly heads. Now I have to give credit to those brave girls. They held their ground with a sense of poise that would make Jedi Knights jealous. I mean, facing an over-the-top Karen like Andrea takes nerves of steel, and they handled it like absolute champs. The situation had spiraled into an alarming display of bigotry and hostility, leaving the girls stunned by Andrea's audacity. And as if her overreaction and discriminatory language weren't enough, Andrea decided to play the go back where you came from card.
Go back where you came from.
Oh, the hypocrisy is strong with this one. In the heat of the confrontation, as Andrea
so
continued her
fucking
onslaught of
funny.
bigotry, the girls calmly responded that they were born in Canada. Can you hear the mic drop from here? The look on Andrea's face must have been priceless. But it doesn't end there, folks. As the girls dropped the bombshell that they were native Canadians, our dear Karen admitted she was originally from the United States, the very country she now criticizes. You can't make this stuff up. It's like a classic tale of irony and karma coming together in one explosive encounter. Andrea, the self-proclaimed patriot, now finds herself in the same shoes as though she had just scorned. Talk about a reality check. But the girls weren't about to let her off the hook that easily. In a brilliant display of poetic justice, they took a page right out of her playbook. With a razor-sharp retort, they called Andrea a colonizer and suggested she should take her advice and go back to where she came from.
Come
You have to
on,
hand it to those girls.
narrator.
They sure know how to dish out a taste of one's own medicine. It's like they channeled the spirits of ancient storytellers,
Jesus
crafting a
Christ,
narrative that
you
left
gotta
Andrea red-faced and
narrate
exposed.
every single second?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't call me a colonizer.
You're a colonizer.
Where did you come from?
Yeah, where did you come from?
Where did you come from? I'm actually curious. Where'd you
US? US?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
so
you're
you're
not
not Canadian either.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, so, but we are Canadian too. I was born here. I was born here too.
Okay.
Were you born here?
No.
Okay, so this is actually like I was born here and you know I've been born here and you're telling me to go back to where your grandparents weren't either. That's the thing. Were your grandparents born here? No. I know. This is so weird.
I'm getting a reaction out of you too.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
After Andrea's audacious go back where you came from remark, the girls decided to take the conversation up a notch with a simple question. Were you born here? As Andrea stood there, rendered temporarily speechless, it seemed as though time itself had slowed down. The weight of her words hung heavy in
cracks
the
me
air,
up.
contrasting with the calm resolve of the school. When the girls revealed their Canadian roots, you could almost hear a collective gasp from the virtual audience. Talk about poetic justice. It's as if the universe conspired to deliver the perfect comeback, leaving Andrea utterly speechless. Following the viral explosion of this shocking video, Andrea Tildzak's life took an unexpected turn. The backlash she faced from people and social media platforms were flooded with condemnation, memes, and parodies of her now infamous encounter. In the aftermath, Andrea's actions had consequences beyond the virtual world. Her employer, appalled by her behavior, decided to terminate her employment, citing that her conduct did not align with their company values.
There was
At
another
point,
one.
about Andrea, people discovered that she had a history of
Fired
and complaints
for
in
stepping
public
out of
places. It seemed that
line.
this encounter was not an
For
isolated
acting
incident, but
like
a
that.
manifestation of a pattern of behavior. Additionally, discussions
But
about
who
racism,
fires the
xenophobia,
frauditor?
and ignited. The video became a catalyst for examining the Karen phenomenon and its implications. It shed light on the harmful effects of entitlement and how confrontational behavior can perpetuate division in communities. In an exclusive interview with CTV News, Andrea Tildzak expressed deep remorse for her words and actions, acknowledging that she feels ashamed of her behavior.
They said some things that triggered me and it made me angry and I said some things that I shouldn't have.
Andrea Tildzak agrees her comment was racist, but says it's not what she intended to say, and that in the heat of the moment, her words simply came out wrong.
In recent times, the term Karen has gained popularity as a label for a particular type of behavior exhibited by some middle-class white women who condescend and belittle people of color. Sadly, there have been numerous troubling incidents where individuals fitting this description have been called out for their entitled attitudes. One infamous case is the Central Park incident involving Amy Cooper. In that incident, Amy Cooper falsely accused an African-American man of threatening her life when all he had done was request her to leash her dog. Her misuse of emergency services in an attempt to exert control and authority over the situation was met with widespread criticism and condemnation. These incidents shine a spotlight on the persistence of racial bias and the need to address issues of entitlement and discrimination. They serve as a reminder of the importance of promoting empathy, understanding, and equality in our interactions with others, regardless of their background. The incidents involving Karen behavior have undeniably left an
Hello, Squirrel. Hey, Squirrel. Did you know we have another groundhog? Yeah, we do. Packing sure sucks, Mittens. Yeah, it does. I know I need to sweep in here, but you know what? I don't care. That's not what's important right now. That's just fucking great. Look, here we go again. Another person out recording out in public, just recording out in public, recording all these kids and shit. Come to find out the guy's fucking registered sex offender that didn't go and register like he was supposed to. I swear these people having us all under constant surveillance is the literal definition of us all living in a policed state. We're all under constant surveillance, constant scrutiny, constantly being watched by fucking YouTube. Constantly. And that's how the people want it. Their little exercise is making the system stronger, not the fucking people. We are all fucking slaves to the system. Yes, we all are victims of the system. All of us. Here, look at that. Look at that. Let me just leave it there. Here's the squirrel. Go away. Leave it pause there for a second. Can you guys read that? You see that? Yeah. Dude flying a drone over her fucking bathroom window while she's getting in the shower. Yeah. You see that? Fucking A. It's bullshit. And you wanna know how you know running a live stream isn't a basic human right? First of all, it's not human, okay? It's a fucking machine. The internet and the YouTubes and the algorithm. Yeah, it's a machine. Watch her be the one to get in trouble, though. Because you see, look what she did there at the bottom. You see that at the bottom? Yeah, she threw the drone in a pool. And then she handed it over to the cops. But watch her get in trouble for destruction of property. Yeah? Watch him sue her over that. And the way the system is as fucked up as it is, he'd win. These cops won't even stop these people recording in public if their phone has that Apple icon on it, because they don't want to get sued breaking an expensive cell phone. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Stopping the lawsuits. Nope. I mean, hell, that's why the security cameras exist to begin with. Is to prevent lawsuits. And these people, these fraudsters, they want to go around with their cameras trying to create lawsuits. You know, and there's a big difference. Security cameras are used to help to prevent lawsuits, you know? And they're not running on a live stream. That's what I was saying. That's how you know it's not a basic human right. Not everybody can fucking live stream. You have to have a certain amount of followers. Because it's a privilege. It's like fucking driving. Like when you go and get your driver's license, and right there in the start, you sign to agree to hand it over if you're ever pulled over by a cop. You agree to it right then and there. The only people that are over here crying about the rights, oh my rights, are the people that aren't essentially from here. They aren't really, they weren't really born here, you know, and those of us who were actually born here, we know you ain't got no fucking rights, okay? You really don't. You're guilty till proven innocent, and and you're not gonna win. What could be proven on paper wins, and words fucking matter. They need to start using other words, because these people, these fraudsters now, they want to say if somebody walks past them and swipes the side of their arm, they want to call that a motherfucking assault. They obviously didn't grow up getting spankings and shit. Obviously. I'm telling you. The fucking kids in the 90s that were ignored, growing up ignored. And I don't know, here, you know what, Squirrel? Here, let's get into a little conspiracy, okay? Y'all remember 9/11? Yeah. After 9/11, everybody went fucking bonkers. The people that went bonkers, their children. It's those children that have grown up and became fraudsters. Yeah? It's those children that are growing up and putting their children online for exploiting exploiting their kids with this fucking thirst trap content shit. And clickbait drama and all that nonsense. It's the kids from the 90s. The parents that got all crazy after 9/11 happened. It's those kids. Yep. They're the ones. They're the ones. They're the ones. They're the ones that claim they're sovereign. I'm telling you. These people are gonna make them start using facial recognition on the side of the road. You know, that's what the cops are gonna start doing. They start fingerprinting people right there and using facial recognition right there on the side of the road make sure they are who they say they are. Because when people lie about who they are, you're just going to make all that shit take longer. Yep. You're just going to waste everybody's time. It's not just a regular invasion. This isn't kind of invasion that is using our own words against us. You know, by sticking with this Constitution crap that is following documents from before we had all these many kinds of guns and cars that can go so fast, and the ability to be able to drive at the age of 16 and all that junk. They didn't have all that shit back then. The only ones driving back then were the people that were transporting goods to other neighborhoods and areas. Now everyone has the capability of driving. And when these fucking people are out there with their live streams and they're going back and forth with their bait car on a live stream, that is them driving for commerce. And not only for their own wallets, but they're working for the merch store. And the merch store is attached to all kinds of other areas. So there's a whole lot of people making money off their fucking live stream. They absolutely are driving for profit. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. And the way they confuse people with Poster 7. The way they confuse people with Poster 7 drives me nuts, too. Because they skipping around, jumping around the words. They call it cherry picking. You know, you gotta have that reason for being there with your camera in the first place. They have to know ahead of time that you're coming. But these frauditors, they want to pop up with a live stream on the spot and without warning. Anonymously. Yeah, anonymously. But and all these other employees, they can all be identified, and they all run the risk of losing their job. But who fires the frauditor? Who stops the frauditor from stepping out of line? Huh? Is this, I mean, it can't just all be on YouTube. These pyramid schemes with these people, they talk them into this shit and they swindle them. It's a pyramid scheme. And you are not going to get on top like they are. You're just going to be another one of their pawns. Don't follow them. Don't listen to them. Stop listening to these people. They just want to use you. They just want to use you to make a stupid video so that they can add that video to their own pyramid scheme. And they'll buy you a fucking iPhone if they have to, too. They'll even go to the car auction and get you a car as long as you drive it back and forth with that live stream running. Hell, they'll even give you room and board. I bet you they find people in jail and they talk them into shit like that. I'm telling you guys, I just know things. And that's where they're getting most of their pawns. When they go and they cry and they say they were in the hole. There is no hole no more. They go in there and they're in there for a few hours and they want to cry about it. They want to cry that their time was wasted for a few hours. Somebody invaded their movement, and they impede their movement for a moment. Oh, heaven forbid. Fuck you guys. Fuck you all. Yep, fuck them all. I had to pause it to burp. Ow! I'm just trying to, I was having a problem opening this pack of almonds. My husband finally got it to rip. And it was only ripped a little tiny corner off. So it was only open like that much. So I took this pencil and I stuck it down in there and I ripped it open. When I yanked it, it hit me right in the damn belly. It hurts. It still hurts. Ouch. But look, I have almonds. Can you see it right there in the middle? It stabbed me pretty good. Look at that scar. Look at that. That kept me from wearing a bikini all through my teenage years. Yeah, I wouldn't even wear a shirt that would show my belly. Because we were doing vertical jumps against a sign that had a bunch of letters screwed onto it. And there was a rusty, nasty screw. Oh, well, there was a bunch of nasty screws sticking out. But one of those screws went into my rib cage. And when I went down, it ripped up. And rather than taking me to the hospital, my dad just taped some anti-ointment on there and said, "You'll be good." Put some gauze on it and let me go back to playing outside. And it looked like a big giant purple slug was stuck to me for years. I mean years. It was so ugly, and it made me feel ugly. It was ugly. It still is ugly. I needed fucking stitches. That's what I needed. I needed stitches and a responsible parent on board. But I think that was when my mom ditched us. She ran off to Florida. And it was just before she actually left my dad. She left all three of us here. I cried on the curb for 2 days. She was down there getting ready to start over. Because when she came back, she started over. By the time my little sister was 2, she had another guy in her life and having her calling him dad. Yep. That's where our stepdad came from. They're talking about a guy peeking through somebody's window on here. I mean, you can't do nothing about them peeking through your window now. They can even be recording. Cops won't do nothing. You know why? Because some of those cops are on their side. Mainly, and it's not just that they're not on their side because they know them personally or anything. No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. They know what the political ramifications are going to be from their actions. That's why half those cops are on their side. Listen to this guy. Let me show you. Wait, hold on. Let me turn it up for those in the back. And this is why people need to watch their mouth around children.
You make $1,000
To hear.
2 months. You.
How do you know that?
You're a dumb, black, fuck you.
What's your name?
Yeah, and I'm racist. And I'm a racist one.
You hear that,
I have
child?
an AK-47 right now in my goddamn car. I'll blow your fucking head off.
You hear the kid trying to repeat, fuck, fuck. Oh my god.
But first of all, you don't call her names. You don't call her names.
Look at that hero. Yeah, he don't care. You're not breaking his heart. You're calling him that.
As Rhodes continued his racist tirade, the parking lot became a stage for bystanders to witness the disturbing incident. One brave woman, unwilling to stand idly by, confronted Rhodes and challenged his racist behavior. Her words reverberated through the air as she vehemently denounced the hate she witnessed. With emotions running high, other individuals also voiced their condemnation of Rhodes's actions. The crowd united in rejecting racism and intolerance, demonstrating the power of collective resistance against hate.
You would go with your mother and go with your mother.
You know, you racist ass. How about you go to back like this? We're not letting you through. That's good. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm tired of this country.
Oh, Patchy Patch.
Hey,
Racist.
you and everybody that looks like you.
Okay.
Oh,
He's a
you're
racist
terrible.
and he's picking on this girl.
Who cares? Whoa, what do they got to come arrest me?
Are you drunk, dude? Because you look like a fool.
Yeah, hell,
You look like a
you're
fucking
drunk.
fool.
You're on.
You look like a
You're
fool.
on pills. You're a fat pig.
You're
a pig.
and you're an ugly ass white.
You.
The incident, recorded by Tiana Larkins and shared on social media, rapidly went viral, catching the attention of local officials and the management of Wyndham Ridge Apartments. The response was swift and unequivocal, as the management declared that they do not tolerate any kind of racist, threatening language and overt threats of violence. Rhodes's residence in the apartment complex was put in question, and he was served with a notice to leave the premises immediately. The community's united stand against racism sent a clear message that such behavior would not be tolerated.
Everything is being recorded these days. Everything. And those recordings sure could ruin your life. That's why you're not supposed to fill your heart full of hate and instill certain words within your vocabulary. You want to know what one of those long-term effects would be of teaching your very young child how to cuss? It's because as soon as they go to kindergarten and they start cussing, they're going to get in trouble. And then just wait till they're old enough to figure out those drugs that their parents are doing are wrong. And then they tell the teacher. Then that's when they want to talk about homeschooling that child. It ain't always about abuse. Sometimes it's about the kid tattletaling on the parents. Sometimes it's just a matter of fucking flat out neglect. You know? Like the kid telling the teacher that mom was gone all night and left them home alone, just them and their younger sister or something, younger brother, whatever. Yeah, kids tell teachers things like that sometimes when it happens. Sometimes, yeah, they will. Kids don't always know that what their parents are doing wrong is actually fucking wrong. That's why, they say the human brain isn't fully developed until after a person's halfway through their 20s. And they're old enough to grow that conscience and know right and wrong, weigh out the consequences, the pros and cons of certain situations. Kids ain't able to do that. They're just not. That's why some people find pushing that marshmallow challenge to be so interesting. We out this piece? And it's been real. I'm gonna have to find me a whole new brigade. How am I gonna do that? Don't forget about those buttons down there.